Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Today I'm going to show you how to make chicken in cider. Here's what we need. You also need a fairly large saucepan or a frying pan, or you can use an electric frying pan, something just really big so you can cook everything in. So grab it all and let's go. Okay, so just going to do a quick run through. This serves 6 people. So in my case, it's going to be 2 servings and 4 in the freezer, which is really good. I'm going to serve it with rice. I'll only do enough rice for 4 servings. So 2 servings, I might just have them with something else. Okay, so here's what I've improvised and or done. 1 chicken of about 1.5 kilos. I just brought drumsticks, chicken drumsticks, because they're so easy to use. Flour, you want 2 tablespoons. Salt and pepper. Pepper, I'm going to use the one that you grind. Salt, I've got this one. Pinch of paprika, I'm going to use smoked paprika. 50 grams of butter. I'll use unsalted butter just to use some of that up. 450 mils of dry cider. I have got non-alcoholic cider that I've had for a while. Last night I actually brought the same one so that I can make up the 450 mils, because these bottles, I think, unless I'm mistaken, are about 375 mils. I don't know, they don't really want to tell me, but 330 mils, my apologies. So I'm not going to use 2 full bottles, but I'm not going to get away with 1. 50 mils of double cream. And a tablespoon of chopped fresh chives. Now, I had ordered chives. I don't know where they are. And I don't have any dried chives, so I'm leaving the chives out. But chives are normally really good on top of things like this. Okay, so we need when I do things like this, I either like to use a bowl where I can put everything in, or I get a plastic bag. Now, since I've been having my fruit and vegetables delivered, I've been getting my veggies in bags, or my fruit I should say. So I keep these bags, and unless they've got onion in like that one, I'll get the other one that has the fruit in it. These are really good to use, or you could just use one of your Ziploc bags. Alright, anyway, one of these. So we're going to put everything in this and then you toss it. Alright, so let's go. So what I do to start with is I'd get my bag ready, get your 2 tablespoons of flour. Your pinch of pepper. This is what we call seasoned flour. Okay, your pinch of salt. I normally do use that salt, but my salt's down in the bathroom at the moment because I need it for the cut I've got. And a bit of paprika. Perfect. Now shake that all about. Okay, now let's see how many drumsticks we ended up getting. As I said, this serves 6, so ideally you would want to have at least 12 drumsticks. And I might just give these a wash just because they've been defrosting in the fridge. So I'll just get a colander. Oh, some of them are nice and big. I generally try and ask for not too big ones so that I can get more. So when you go by weight, you sort of don't get as many as you want. So they're nice big ones. So we'll count them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I'm only going to get 7, so therefore I'm not going to make this into a serving for 6 people. Probably just make it a serving for 4. Because you normally want at least 2 drumsticks, otherwise it's possibly not really, you know, a decent feed. Alright, I'm just going to wash these with cold water. That way it just gets any bacteria or anything off it. Now you probably should give them a bit of a pat dry before you put them away. In the bag, I should say. But what this will actually do is this will coat the flour mixture to them a bit better. Alright. So if you want to use a normal chicken, you can. But as I said, a 1.5 kilo chicken's pretty small, I think. So you're not going to get much for it. Alright, I'm just going to pop these straight in. Alright, toss and turn. This is the best way to season anything. And that little bit of water, you're probably going to find that all that flour is going to stick a lot better as well. Perfect. Okay. So, get that frying pan ready, or in my case I'm using my larger saucepan, but not my high one, my wide one. So let's go get that ready. Okay, so I had to blow my candle out because I have a candle burning on my stovetop now when I cook. Just a memorial. Okay, so I'm going to use this back one. Just got to watch my flowers are pretty much dead anyway. Okay, so we'll pop that one on. I've got the 50 grams of butter. I've sprayed it with cooking spray because it makes it so much easier to clean it. Okay, once that's all mixed through and hot, we then want these drumsticks in. So when we put the drumsticks in, we want to position them in, like don't bunch them on top of each other. Okay, that shouldn't take too long to really heat through. Okay, I can hear it starting to sizzle. Just a bit longer. You can cut it up, that will make it a lot quicker. Or you can just let it do its thing. Whichever you prefer. Now while that's going on, I'm just going to quickly measure out the cider. If you want something to drink that's not alcoholic and cold, this one is really nice. When I had it last time, when I made a cake with it, it was really refreshing, and that was quite a while ago now. So I had 1 bottle left. It's not a dry cider, it's a bit sweet, but it's good. So yeah, I recommend that. And believe it or not, I brought that one in Woolworths. So even though I got asked for ID for buying non-alcoholic alcohol. Go figure. Alright. These are going to go in now. Yeah, so work out how you want to serve this up. As I said, it's supposed to serve 6. My suggestion probably would be to ask for smaller drumsticks. and go for 12. Then that way you can have 2 per person. You don't have to serve it up with rice. You can actually serve it up with vegetables or salad if you want. But because it's got a bit of a sauce with it, you probably want something that's going to go with the sauce. So maybe a mashed potato. I've gone off a lot of vegetables, not by choice, just by, I don't know, lack of time, I suppose. So that's why I've just gone with rice as a side dish. Alright, so we basically just want to brown them. Okay. Now while cooking this, try and turn them frequently. The whole idea of this is just to brown them. Because they're actually going to cook like we're poaching them basically in cider. If you've ever done poached chicken, you normally do it in a stock or in water. This one we're doing in cider. You can use alcoholic or non-alcoholic cider. I've just gone with the non-alcoholic because that's what I had, and that's what I thought I'd stick with. And I really do need to use a better pair of tongs than these. So these are oh for ordinary. Here we go. I use the pair that remind me of the ones at work. Oh, look at that. That is so good. Now, by this time, you want to try and keep some butter in it, so turn it down. Alright, now this whole process, what I'm doing now, should take you about 10 minutes. So just keep tossing them, turning them, rotating them, and yeah. So once you're satisfied that they're golden all over, that's when we're going to put the cider in. Sometimes with recipes like this, the electric frying pan's really good as well. I do have an electric frying pan where I could probably lay them all out straight together next to each other. But tonight, I'm just going to go with this method. Okay. That's been close to 10 minutes. So we're going to put the cider on. Oh, look at that. That is so good. Alright, so what we need to do now, I'm going to pop the lid on. We want it to come to the boil, and once it comes to the boil, we're going to simmer it for 40 minutes. Okay, so now that it's on the simmer, pop your lid on. Excuse me, the bubbles from the cider. Pop your lid on and your timer for 40 minutes. We're going to come back in 40 minutes, maybe even come back in 20 minutes and just rotate the drumsticks just to make sure that they're getting evenly coated and simmering away. So I'll check back in with you soon. Okay, so the buzzer's gone. So what we're going to do, grab a plate to put the chicken drumsticks on. While this has been going on, I have made enough rice for 4 servings. So just check them as you bring them out, because you've got to make sure that they are cooked. But keep in mind, other than what you're eating today, if you're not eating it all today, you are warming them up anyway. So you are technically still cooking them when you go to heat them through. Alright, even these tongs are a worry. Alrighty, so get those out. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to simmer it. Well, actually, we want to boil it, and we want that to reduce by half. So see how much is there now. So grab a spoon, give that a really good stir. Now this shouldn't take too long. Okay. So basically just bring it up to the boil. I'm just going to pop the lid over the top of the drumsticks so that they don't go cold. And check on my rice. Okay, so during this time what you need to do is get that double cream. You want 1/4 cup. So you can get that ready now. Now, as you can see, it's coming up to the boil nicely. Now with the rest of this double cream, I suggest you serve it with a cake or scones or something like that. I am actually making a cake tomorrow, which would probably go good with a dollop of cream actually. That's next project on our next adventure. Alright, I'm just going to simmer it for a little bit longer, because to me I want quite a bit of sauce with it anyway. Okay, so just give your rice a bit of a stir. I just did mine in the microwave. That's enough for 4 servings. Well, 4 small servings anyway. Okay, I'm happy with this. So what I'm going to do is remove it from the heat. Add this cream in. You can check your seasonings. So if you think you need a little bit more salt or pepper, pop that in now. What we need to do is stir that through so we make a nice creamy gravy sauce. Just deglazing the spoon. Alright. Now we don't want to overboil this because otherwise it could curdle. So turn it right down. Just get those lumps out. Alright, pop it back on at a very low temperature. So turn it down to 1. And grab those chickens and pop them back in. We just want it to heat through. This way we just make sure that the drumsticks get the coating on them. Okay, so while those are just simmering away for a little bit, I suggest that you get your rice onto your plates. And then all you got to do is just bring those over, pop them on, and you're good to go. Alright, so thank you for watching Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been chicken in cider. I hope you enjoy this one, and grab yourself some cider and enjoy it with it. I'm going to catch you on our next adventure.